Today, I'm answering a question that I have gotten multiple times from my audience, and that is, can I make a full-time salary from selling smaller priced digital products? And the answer is yes. But the real question is how? Well, there are many ways to slice a pie, but today I want to talk about a specific strategy that I used to make over $70,000 in 10 months. And that $70,000 was generated by only 3 digital products, and they were all priced under $50 each. And on top of that, they collectively took me less than a month to create. So today in this video, what I'll be sharing with you is how I determined which digital products would sell and how I made them all under 1 month, how I easily increased my average price per order with marketing tactics, and how I was able to increase sales without needing to increase the size of my audience. Now, this is no way the only way to make a lot of money and profits selling low-priced digital products, but I want to share this specific strategy with you because I want to keep sharing with you the strategies that have been working for me. And I do that by sharing my experiences with you. So if you're interested in learning about this specific strategy and how I made a lot of profit with low-ticket digital products, then keep on watching. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of marketing tactics that might seem sleazy to some people. But that's why I want to preface this video by saying that selling is serving unless you're doing it wrong. This is for business owners who are truly trying to help people with their digital product business. The business owner who wants to promote a product that will actually help people and that will leave their customers happy and excited about their purchase. So just thought I needed to preface that because we are going to be talking about some marketing techniques, but remember, if what you're selling actually helps people, then selling is serving. Okay, so moving on, the first thing you need to know is that your offer needs to be a no-brainer, meaning that the actual value and perceived value needs to be high, but the price of your offer needs to be relatively low. So we're talking around $50 or lower. Now, why is this? Well, because it makes it easier for someone to buy even though they don't know you yet. So basically a cold audience. And the reason why this is a good idea is because a common problem for new business owners is that they don't have an audience yet. So if a cold audience is more likely to purchase something from you, then your conversion rate will typically be higher. So this no-brainer offer and how you position it will make it more likely that a cold audience, people who don't know you, will land on your listing and they'll actually take a chance on purchasing this product from you, which is great because if your product is amazing and it helps people solve their problem, which it should, then they will become fans, they'll look forward to your emails and following you on social media, and they'll also be looking forward to the future products you release, even if the future products you create are a higher investment. So let's talk about your no-brainer offer really quickly. And how do you decide on what that offer should be? Well, number one, it should solve a big problem that they know they have. When it comes to selling something like a digital course, it often takes time to convince prospects that the course is the solution to their problem. And that's because sometimes people won't even understand their problem fully in the first place. And that's why there are these 90-minute webinars explaining to prospects what mistakes they're making and how this particular course can help them facilitate a transformation. But if your prospect already knows that they have a specific problem and it's a painful one and they want it fixed fast, then you'll have an easier time selling them your solution. For example, a full-blown course that teaches bloggers the A to Z of using Pinterest to increase blog traffic. Now that sounds like a time commitment to me, but what if instead you had a lower priced digital product, which was a 90-minute workshop with templates that helps bloggers batch create and schedule 100 pins in 1 weekend to 10x blog traffic. Now that seems to solve my problem. It seems like I'm going to get a solution pretty quickly, and it sounds like it's pretty digestible and I can do this in a weekend as it suggests. Now the next question you might have is, how can I determine which problem my target audience wants to solve ASAP? Now, I know some of you have an audience already, even if it's small, and some of you don't have an audience at all. So let's break this out into 2 categories, into 2 groups. If you have an audience already, you can look at the content that you've already created that has been performing well, so you can get a general idea of the types of content that your audience is interested in. You can take a look at your email subject lines, which ones are getting opened and which links are getting clicked on. If you create YouTube videos or blog posts, which topics typically perform the best, and what questions are you getting from your audience in the comment section. Also, if you have multiple freebies, which one is being downloaded the most, to get to the bottom of what they really want in order to create this solution for them. Now, if you don't have an audience, you can look to places like Udemy to see if your topic idea has been done before. You can also search on YouTube to see if videos on this topic have thousands of views, and you can check Pinterest to see if people are already blogging about this topic, etc. Now, I gave you a bunch of ideas, but I didn't go in depth. So if you do want a video that goes deeper about validating an info product idea, or if you need help coming up with ideas, then let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to let me know if you have an audience yet, or if you're starting from zero. That will also help me tailor the content to what you need. Now, I'm going to give you a real life example using myself, and I'm going to tell you how I came up with my product idea. So for me, the biggest reason people weren't joining my course, Marketing for Makers Academy, was because they didn't have a niche or they weren't sure of their digital product idea. And that's why I created Passive Product Payday, which I'll link down below if you want to check out the actual sales page and offer. So I wanted those people that were on the fence to feel more ready to join my program, and niching down and finding their profitable product idea was something I knew they wanted more clarity on before deciding to join. For me, this was the perfect small offer idea for my situation. Now, I'm going to touch on how I was able to complete these 3 digital product ideas that I created under a month, because I know you guys struggle here. You tell me that it takes you forever to create your product because you're trying to perfect it, or you're procrastinating. So I'm the same exact way, and how I combated procrastination and perfectionism was by announcing the launch date to my audience. And being held accountable like this forced me to drop my perfectionist tendencies, because 4,000 people signed up for the challenge and I couldn't let them down at this point. So I should mention that I also offered the first round of this challenge for free, and I ended up receiving tons of amazing testimonials from people who loved the challenge. And then I was able to actually use those on my sales page that I have now. So if you find yourself procrastinating, you want to test your idea, and you want social proof for your sales page once you put your offer behind a paywall, you can feel free to use this strategy. Okay, so once you know what topic your product is going to be about, you now want to make sure that you map out the additional elements to increase its perceived value. What does this look like, and how can you do this? Well, you should add irresistible bonuses that will help your customers get to the finish line faster. In other words, you want to make your products more done for you by adding things like templates, swipe files, resource banks, etc. So if we go back to that Pinterest example, an irresistible bonus could be Pinterest pin templates to help the pin creation go a lot faster, or a bank of pre-researched keywords organized by niche that they could use in their pin titles and descriptions to help them get found more quickly through Pinterest search. Another strategy to consider in order to increase conversions is to add elements of scarcity or urgency. Especially if you're live launching your digital product, you can increase the urgency by having a cart close date before you sell your offer on Evergreen. So you have your irresistible, no-brainer offer with a reason to buy now. So now let's discuss how to increase the average price per order so you can make more money per sale. And we're gonna do that with something called the foot in the door technique. So the foot in the door technique is a tactic that assumes agreeing to a small request increases the likelihood to agreeing to a second larger request. So basically, you make a small initial request, for example, buy this no-brainer offer for $27. And once the person agrees to this, they're offered another product that complements the original offer that, let's say, is priced at $47. And now the idea is that the customer is going to find it more difficult to refuse the bigger offer because they've already agreed to the smaller one. So if they do end up purchasing both, then you just went from making $27 to making $47 instead. And this is called an upsell. And the upsell's job is to anticipate and solve the next problem that your customer will have after they solve their first one. So for example, 10x your Pinterest traffic in a weekend with all the bonuses is $27. And after they purchase, they are presented with a new offer, which is a $47 training on how to optimize your blog post to increase conversions. Now, if they're driving traffic because of the Pinterest training, they're also going to want to make sure that all that traffic actually converts. So if your offer is targeted, and in this case, you're targeting bloggers, then they're likely to also want your upsell offer, which is how to optimize their blog for conversions. So to give you a real life example, this is my average price per order instead of it being a $27 average price per order. And that's because I have an order bump and an upsell offer. And if I didn't include an upsell and an order bump, I would have made this amount of money instead of making this amount of money over the course of the last 10 months. Obviously, we need traffic in order to make sales. And with an average conversion rate of 3%, meaning that on average, every 100 visits will typically convert into 3 sales, then if your first goal is to make $2,000 per month and you have an average price per order of, let's say, 50, then you need 1,333 visits per month in order to reach your goal. But if you don't have a big audience yet, then you might be concerned about getting that amount of traffic to your sales page every single month. So that is where step 3 comes in. And this is the step where you can increase the number of sales without solely relying on increasing the number of unique visits to your sales page. So let me explain. Let's say you create a piece of content and your call to action is to check out the sales page for your low ticket digital product. Now, some people will ignore it. Some people will click on it and not buy, and some people will buy. Well, we shouldn't assume that those that did not buy don't want it just because they didn't want it at that time. So besides talking about your offer multiple times, which you definitely should be doing, you can talk about your related freebie. And this is a free guide, PDF. There's so many different formats that you can create a freebie in, but it's something for free that they'll get if they opt in to join your email list. Now, in addition to just talking about your freebie in your content, you can also have a pop-up on the sales page if they do choose to click on your lower ticket price digital product and they're about to click out of that page. You can have your freebie opt-in pop up on the screen promoting that free offer that should be related to your low ticket digital product. So they're given a free option before they click out of the sales page. So if they do end up signing up for your free offer, you can then create an automated email sequence that nurtures the people that didn't buy from you yet. And in these emails, you're going to basically further explain the benefits of your paid offer through stories, through sharing tips and telling them mistakes that they're making and how to fix it. And you'll eventually give them another opportunity to buy your digital product later down the line after they are more nurtured because they're more aware of the benefits of your paid offer now. So this means that your conversion rate will be considerably higher than the average 3% because instead of just letting traffic leave your sales page, never to return, we're giving the same leads another chance to purchase because we're nurturing them first, explaining the benefits, and then making that offer again. So this is how you can kind of recycle the people that have already visited your sales page and that are already in your audience instead of just trying to drive more and more new people and more traffic to your sales page. And this email automation can be easily set up in your email software. It's all automated, so it's hands up. You're not emailing these people and trying to remember when do I need to follow up. They'll just go through a sequence once they opt in to your email list because they grabbed that freebie. So it's all automated. And if I didn't have these types of emails in place, I would have missed out on a decent chunk of money over the course of 10 months. So in a nutshell, create a no-brainer offer that your target audience wants, increase your average price per order with the foot in the door technique, and increase the amount of sales with a follow-up/nurture sequence. If you found this video helpful or maybe just interesting, give it a thumbs up and let me know if you have any questions down below. Let me know what content you want to see regarding digital products. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.